Hey.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, but man, I definitely appreciate all you done, man. I like the small shit mean a
I
whole lot.
appreciate you, Frank. I think we've
Yeah,
done like I'm so serious, and I'm not even like gassing. I think we done really, really good for us to just merely start off with a mustard seed encouragement from
most certainly,
friends.
and
Like
with
y'all
no
both run your
guidance.
mouth,
Yeah,
no
no
guidance,
guidance,
no media training, like
no
zero
help.
media training.
Yeah, no help.
I think we Googled a few things. I think we checked out YouTube or something like that, got a couple of suggestions, but overall we like really winged it. I had a couple of people in my corner help me. Shout out to the gentleman's table. I was like watching them, so
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
just saw how their interaction was before all of the On the Cool podcast came about. Shout out to Shed, Ephraim. That's my bro. He have his own podcast. I reached out to him for some advice, and he gave me some good advice to work with. But other than that, like we really did, kind of
We,
wing and just
we
jump
winged
in.
it, man. We winged it. Hey, but wine, bar wine. What's that? What's that?
Hey,
Like
Brandon.
you really, you way like, man, like you, Angela Yee to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
your,
like it.
your
I know.
verbiage, you know what I'm saying? Your communicating skills, the way you express yourself is cool. So you doing a
You
good
know
job.
what? As I really feel like when both of the personal lives get a little bit more leeway as far as we're concerned, we'll definitely be able to step it up a notch. Because that's my whole thing. Like next season, seasons following, I really do want to be able to step it up a notch. But I will say this: if I can't step it up, like I feel like the presentation should be, I would much rather keep it at this because it's still organic, it's still good, we still conveying
Yeah.
the message. But
Well, the
when it
thing
gets
is,
to
it's
a
so
point where we can step it up and get like a venue and an audience, it's a wrap. Like it's gonna be a wrap. But we'll
the
figure that
thing
out when
is,
we cross that
once you
bridge.
stop having fun with it, you got to be
Man.
done with it. You understand what I'm saying? So if it don't fall in place, it don't fit. So it's
And
been
I know
falling in
me, I
place.
feel like we could have fun if we did the show in person, Frank. I feel like
Yeah,
we'll
most
have a
certainly.
blast actually, but I do know that I'm very big on presentation. So if it ain't
Yeah.
right, I'd rather keep it, as the remote
And see,
cast.
me, I don't
But
even care about all that. Me, I just want to come together and have a good
you
time. I
know
don't care
me.
about, yeah, I don't care about
If
none
my
of that.
name on anything, any kind of production,
Yeah.
it needs to be it. It needs to
Yeah,
be
well,
right.
that's good. You probably a good balance because I
Yeah.
don't care about
It's
none of
Frank
that.
like, listen, we can just pull up to the hookah lounge, set up some mics,
Yeah,
and go.
that's right. That's right. That's right. The best times of your life is when you was poor. You
That's
know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like the
That
best
is
time of your
true.
life was in college when you had no money. Like you had the best time of your life when you was poor.
That's
So
true.
before
I
things
survived
come
in
together, you had
college.
to,
I can think back. It's so crazy. I remember one week in college, I had $5. I don't know what I spent my money on.
and you're
I
not
had
upset.
$5 to last me from Monday to Friday. And you know what I did? I got 5 packs of ramen noodles, and I think I had got like 3 Arizonas. And
Yeah,
so, like, I would pour the Arizonas in the cups and like drink them with my ramen noodles. And I
yeah.
literally, I went on like 2, 3 dates to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, finesse me some Denny's or whatever, waffle,
but but
IHOP.
the
But
thing is, the best time of
I
your
made
life,
it.
yeah, the best times. You ain't had nothing and you wasn't upset about it. Now, if you don't
Man,
got
I
it,
think back to going to T Town with like $2 in my pocket.
yeah,
That's crazy. And I'm like, how did I even get in? How did I even get to Houston in
right.
a car from Prairie
Yeah,
View
that's because
with
gas was
$2?
99 cents, $1.08, and all you needed
That's
was
crazy.
$10 to make it anywhere in the world. Like it's a different
So,
time now. But
yes.
like I say, we don't got to. If we gonna make it work, you know what I'm saying? We'll make it jump no matter what it is. But it ain't got to be. We're gonna grow
And
to the point
anybody
that
that's
you want to
tuned
go to.
in, I cannot thank y'all enough. I've gotten so much good feedback, even the feedback that was giving suggestions on like what to critique, what to
Yeah,
critique, how to step our game up, construct any kind. I feel like everything we've gotten has been on some positive, from a positive perspective. I feel like everybody that's reached out to us and gave us any kind of feedback, it has all been positive and from a place
and
of
we
love, and
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it for real. It's crazy. But we 20 episodes in, guys. So this episode, we pretty much said, we're going to continue doing the remote episodes. We are going to get really filthy, really dirty, really ratchet today. We're going to have like a lot of knee-jerk reactions. Anybody that is, right now practicing celibacy, anybody that's getting closer to the Lord in
Grab your
regards to
vibrators.
their physical desires, I would strongly encourage you maybe to not watch this show.
No, tap in, man. Get your vibrator. Get your vibrator. Sit back, relax. Get your little blanket. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna be talking about sex.
It's life. You can't get around it. Like every day. You
I've
can't
never
turn
been
on.
approved. I've never been approved. Listen, that's how we all got here.
Yeah, you can't turn on the TV without it. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it
it
is.
is what it
Sex is
is, man.
everywhere. I feel like, I'm very tired of seeing people at our big age judge others because they like sex. I, strongly encourage all of my female friends to touch themselves. I'm that friend. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with anything sexual if it's not hurting nobody else. I've, been recently talking to people advocating how they should masturbate before dates because your head is clear and you're not just going in strictly thinking with your nipples hard and your penis hard. You really can like enjoy the person and see through the BS instead of being clogged up. Like all of that
It helps.
nut
It
and
makes it a
cum
different
clogged
tone.
up in you is not good for your sense. It makes you make really stupid decisions. Did you cut off the lights? Is
Yeah,
this
man.
the mood?
I'm over here trying to
I
set the
like that
mood.
though. I think you should stay in the dark
I'm
because
over
the
here trying
mood
to
is
set
my
the
spirit.
mood. I was trying to dim the lights a little bit, and then
Do I have a red light? I'm
I went
so
a little too
jealous.
freaked out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm jealous because I don't have nothing over here to set the
trying to
mood.
set the
like,
mood a little bit.
I'm
Turn
trying to
on
shoot.
the
Had I
lights.
known we was gonna do the red light special.
Okay, the candle.
Oh yeah, you gotta give them.
Is my mic
But
good?
yeah, I like the lighting. The lighting is good. I really thought you was gonna talk in the dark and just show your face like the halo. That was a good effect.
That was kind of cool, yeah. Is
but
my mic good?
I'm here for the sex talk. But we gonna let everybody come in. We like to run our mouth a little bit every episode initially. Let everybody come in, get comfortable. Please
we got Ike B. We got Ike B early up in here. We got Brandon.
Hello, Ike.
B. White.
Ike the boss man. So yeah, Ike up here with the good squirt emoji because that's what we're gonna talk about today.
That ain't even squirt emoji. That's not even universal for squirt no more. That's just like
that is universal for squirt.
It's just for the moist right now.
That's universal for squirt. Everybody uses that.
They've been abusing it. They've been abusing it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even squirters. They're abusing it.
Oh, I also think that this is a very good segue, Frank, into us like maybe getting also a little educated because we're going to talk about female ejaculation today.
Oh man, you know what? Let me inbox.
And I'm really tired of people. I really think that I personally, before we even dig into that subject, I do not think it's urine.
No, you gotta say that. You gotta say that.
I am gonna say that, but I at least wanted to put out there what my position was. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, don't do that. We gotta reel them in first.
Okay. I'm gonna take it back.
See, your biggest debate right now gotta be the little meat.
Oh, hey Candy Johnson. I had to see who that hey was from. Hey Candy. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, okay, so we know I'm in the sim. Let's go ahead and get to it. The first topic, Frank, is walls. Okay.
Walls.
So for those who, I feel like you're under a rock if you don't know this. People have been talking about walls since the 99 and 2000, I think. So, women have walls. That is just basically, medical terms, your birth canal, where the guy goes and inserts himself, your inner hole, your vajayjay.
Vaginal area.
I feel like there's always been this talk and this debate about a woman not having walls or, walls not being intact. And it's basically perceived by most men that that is a sign of promiscuity, or that is a sign of her being ran through. And I disagree with that, Frank.
I'm gonna disagree as well, but I am gonna say everybody walls ain't the same.
Well,
I don't think
okay.
it really got nothing to do with you being ran through, but I just feel like
Okay.
some women. Hey, let me touch on this first. Let me say this: why anything that got to do with a woman, it's a reason behind it. For instance,
I don't think
hold on. For instance,
I don't think it's
if,
not a reason behind men issues.
hold on. So if we had a show, if a dude can't stand up at attention, it's his fault. But if a
I
woman
don't agree
doesn't
with
get,
that.
but if a woman doesn't get moist, it's the guy's fault. But
That could go. I don't agree with that. That could go both ways. So I don't agree it's anyone's fault. It could definitely be the man or the woman's fault, depending on the situation.
okay,
What I do know is for a woman whose pH balance is on point, she doesn't have any kind. She's not menopausal, because I know menopause can sometimes cause dryness. So y'all gotta understand, we getting up there to the
and we
late
just
30s,
stressed out. We just stressed
40s.
out. That's why I won't get up.
No, but
It's these
sometimes that
kids.
may come with it. But for any woman with a pH balance that's not thrown off, if she's into you, if she likes you, she's definitely gonna, secrete for you. And it's just what it is.
What if she just can't? I mean, she might.
If she
Granny,
can't and she
Granny might
doesn't
be a
have
little
any.
too old for that. A
No, Frank,
cougar.
if she doesn't give you good juices and nothing is wrong with her, not menopausal, she's not into you.
Yes. Let me pack my shit up.
I need for you not to tell your business, first of all.
No. But
But
listen,
I'll
I am
go to
gonna
the
say,
side. I feel like if a woman, I'm not like, I don't. This show ain't about me. I just know that if I'm hot for you, I don't have no problems. You don't need an extra. You ain't got to do too much.
man, I
It
don't
just
know
is
why
what it is.
these niggas
And
ain't hitting your inbox.
but listen, Frank, you do also have to understand too that a lot of us women are just naturally juicy. So
Yeah,
that
some
is
more than others. Yeah,
why
right.
we walk around all day and we gotta wear underwear. We can't. Some of us can't go commando because you're gonna be juice everywhere. And
So are you currently
some
wearing
of us have
underwear?
over juicy problems. Some of us
Are you currently wearing underwear?
always. I have
Okay,
to. I
fellas,
can't go.
fellas,
I'm gonna just put it out there. I can't go commando because it's just a little
fellas.
too. But
Brandon White, refer to our inbox right now. I was trying
I'm
to
just
find
saying.
the sex expert on Facebook. I can't find her name.
I feel like anybody who
Railroad
wants to tap
Candy. What's her
in, this
name?
is one of those episodes where if you have anything to add, if you can give a good testimony, please feel
Everybody
free.
should have something to add on this topic because everybody that had that moment, I would hope that you've experienced good,
Good juice, good
bad,
nectar.
dry, and better. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you had that a chance to experience it. So I hope you had the chance to experience a person with not so. I mean, I need a motherfucker with the Trump wall. That's what I need. I need a motherfucker with that wall that don't let Mexicans climb over. You understand what I'm saying?
But this is the thing.
I don't need that
You
American
need
border
a
before
virgin
Trump.
in. Well, you know what? Okay, so back to the walls. Okay, because I feel like we're getting off the topic of walls. Starting now,
We always do.
We could get back to the juicy fruit, but for the walls, I do feel like sometimes like men just be too small. So if you in like every or majority of girls you hitting, if they walls ain't like curving to it, you're a little too little. It's not their fault, and I need for you to take responsibility for your member.
Man, it's God's fault.
You can't make it my
fault. You can't make it my fault.
It's not your fault, but you do know small penises is like hereditary, right? It does run in men family.
I don't even know my daddy.
Okay, well, I don't know your business, Frank. Firstly, I don't know. know that unfortunately small penises have been said to be hereditary. Now, this is a question I was going to ask later down the line, but since we're on the topic, because I feel like we're going to be going back and forth between topics anyway.
They coincide. They coincide.
It goes together. It
it
definitely goes together. So small penises being hereditary and not a man's fault. I have had a discussion with other ladies before about them, and the topic came up as to whether or not there's a such thing as good small penis. And I feel like
that's a good question.
So, ladies, back me up. Or fellas, back me up if you know you ain't well endowed, but you basically got the job done. You know,
here I am.
It ain't the size of the boat, but the motion of the
motion
ocean.
in the ocean. That's right. That's what I say.
I've heard that paper cuts hurt too. You know,
that's what I say. I didn't. Splinters hurt. Splinters hurt.
I feel I've had one in my lifetime, but I really do feel like, thinking back, Frank, I feel like it was feelings involved. Like it was a lot of delusion going on. A lot of delusion. I lied to myself often about this individual. And this was many, many moons ago, like almost over a decade ago. And at the time, I knew that it was really small. And I'm not talking about length. I'm talking about like width. It was like long, women know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like length, but it ain't no girth, And to be honest, I think most women prefer girth over length. So that's a whole nother discussion.
We're going to talk about that today too. We'll talk about everything.
Yeah, I think women prefer girth over length, but it was, what would be called a pencil, right? And so the thing about pencils is that they're long. So yeah, he'll be like, yeah, I got like 9-inch. But it's like small in circumference.
Yeah, you want a nigga to come through with length and girth?
No.
Did you come for this shit? Did you come for this shit?
But let me tell you something too, Frank. There is a such thing as horrible big dick. You can have a big dick and it feel awful.
So I ain't got that problem.
No, I'm just saying it's men out there who have like tree trunks and they don't know how to work them. It's all pain, ain't no pleasure, and it's just really not a good thing. So that's why I said you have to kind of find a happy median. So it's dudes who thing like reach their knee and they don't know what to do with it. They just knock shit over. They want to give you a hysterectomy. And they don't know what to do with it. And they be like, well, dang, it's big. Why don't nobody want to do nothing with me? Well, you got all this equipment, but you don't know what to do with it. So that's why I try not to dick shame, because you can be really small, but know what to do.
Dick shame. I don't like dick shaming. Dick shaming.
Yeah, I don't like the dick shame, because big don't mean good and small don't mean bad.
There's some hope for me somewhere up in the middle of that analogy.
So can you explain from a man's perspective? Because of course, y'all can't necessarily talk about the feeling of being entered like a woman. Not all of y'all, but y'all's thing would be walls. When we talk about disappointment, we talk about dick size. When y'all talk about disappointment, y'all pretty much talk about walls. So what does...
That's just something we say when y'all hurt our feelings.
What qualifies? Okay, let me ask you this. What qualifies as bad coochie?
Man, this is hard to explain.
But this is what this episode is
It's kind of like this. You ever drink water?
And other men, please chime in if you want.
You ever drank water before and they got so many different kinds? And you just like don't like this. Yeah, like you can grab an Ozarka, and it's just like this Ozarka ain't. I prefer, but the empty cup is what another. It's hard to explain. I just think that.
Hey, that's my homie. What's up, Dale?
As you get older, you get women. Well, now that sex is so open and like Kegel.
We do Kegel exercises and stuff.
Yeah. So and there's people are not ashamed for that. Some people have more muscles in that vaginal area than
and
others.
women that have had C-sections are not compromised. So keep that in mind too when you think about birthing and all that. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it snapped back no matter what.
I don't believe that's true. Not for everybody, but go ahead.
Oh. Well, maybe she didn't have walls. Maybe I'm giving her more credit than what she was. Bitch ain't even had no kids, man.
I mean, things happen. Things happen.
She ain't had no kids. She ain't had no wardrobe. Way to the other side of town for that.
He said, imagine having sex with an empty cup. Huh. So that would qualify. That would qualify as bad coochie.
I just think that when you get inside of it and nothing grabs you back, this is not gonna make sense to anybody.
No,
but a Negro with a penis.
I'm picturing just this. It's nothing.
Yeah, and you feel stuff. You can slap it around a little bit and feel
like you
something.
do all that, and you still don't get anything because it's not hugging. Correct?
Yeah, it's not hugging. It's not hugging.
Okay.
It's not hugging. And the problem is, last month in your last relationship, you were hugging, hitting all kind of shit.
How do you don't know that though? Because those walls could have been there for somebody else and not you.
You can feel it, man. So it's almost contradictory if the vagina is a muscle that forms back to what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter who was in it before me. If you saying
it's
that,
don't snap back.
Yeah, it's gonna snap back. So I think you're trying to save somebody right now.
Well, some women just go sit in warm water, but that's another story because that's something that's an old tactic.
Okay, but the problem is if the muscle, how long does it take this muscle to draw back up? Because
it depends on the woman. Everybody's time is different. But they do have like vaginal reconstructive surgery now. So with them creating vaginal reconstructive surgery, I would like to assume that the vagina can be compromised after giving so many kids or a huge kid. So
or having so much sex. Yeah.
I just don't see somebody.
We've been living a lie. We've been living a lie. The vagina is just like every other muscle. It get tired. Because my stomach, it don't snap back. My arms, biceps, triceps, they don't snap back. Why would the vagina snap back?
Let me ask you this. Is it a deal breaker, do you think, and not just with you, I don't want you telling your business or nothing, but is it a deal breaker? Do you think it's a deal breaker for a woman to not have walls?
I'm going to say nothing.
Could a woman be loved? Could a woman be gabbed? Could a woman be married?
Yes.
Knowing that she doesn't have walls, and what would compensate for those walls being torn down?
That jawbone. Or if I'm homeless. Depends on my financial state.
Okay.
But I think yes.
There could be a such thing as I feel like it's only so much you can compensate with head. Like after
that's not true. Some people like head and don't prefer as much penetration.
Okay.
Because it's just like a dude with a small penis. You was in love with him. That wasn't a deal breaker. That wasn't what ultimately broke y'all apart. It was his ego and a small penis. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be walking around here like you 50 Cent.
Correct.
And then you got the penis of.
You do have to lower your voice if your cock is small. You absolutely have to lower your voice. So
a lot of people ain't got to lower their goddamn voice.
You have to lower. You cannot yell at me with a small penis. You just can't. I won't have it. I will not allow it. But yeah. So, as far as women go, okay, I know that I've dealt with an individual that I love dearly who had a small member. And I do think that played a lot in the delusion of it being good sex, because when I think back on others, it was way better. But I feel like, I don't know now if I could, but I do know at some point I was able to love someone who was not well endowed. And that was just because of, again, he made up for it in other ways. He,
compensation.
Absolutely. Right. Compensation. But I will say this on Mad Day.
Oh no, that's different. That don't even count. I didn't want to hear what you got to say.
Because I don't think it's fair on Mad Day to dick shame or wall shame.
Oh yeah, say that.
If you signed up for it and then now you small dick, well, his dick's been small. You knew that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to call it out. You ain't got no walls.
That's fighting dirty. You don't have to call it out.
It is Mad Day. On Mad Day, you get dirty. I ain't never been in a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no fair fight.
To be honest, if a man and myself, and this is not my testimony at all of my walls are intact from what I've been told. But anywho, if a man and myself got into it, and the first thing he said to me was, Wall, mother sucker, we are done forever. Because how do you come back from that? You
make them feel the walls. You say, hey,
don't coochie shame me.
Listen, ain't nobody got up out of you and said them walls intact.
Yeah, basically.
You put words in their mouth. You put words in my mouth.
Actually, if I quote correctly, it is called Gorilla Grip, I believe.
Oh my Lord.
Is that like I've been told? So
was this on Mad Day? See, the truth come out on Mad Day. Then come out, and you know what? I've been lying saying you had the Gorilla Grip.
I've been like this Gorilla Grip. What is it?
Do you do the Kegel joint?
Yeah, you go like that.
Yeah.
Don't everybody?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Well, not at all.
Boy said you got to be a throat goat. That's the compensation. This is the compensation. Is the throat goat?
A throat goat. What is a throat goat?
That go whatever you've been reading. This has been the most popular topic on Instagram.
I've heard. You know what? I have been hearing things about young ladies being able to detach their jawbone. Is that real?
I don't have enough dick for you to detach your jawbone for. I don't even know why would you.
I've heard many tricks and trades, and I saw even one Caucasian young lady on the internet. She had her throat and it was going like that. It was like closing on the side, like some alien stuff, and I was very intrigued. You know, one thing about me and
I'm trying to get my $40 together right now.
I try to remain teachable. I want to know all the tricks and trades because I feel like I haven't reached my superior level of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always open to tricks and trades. So whenever I see, whenever I see, you know, these progressive types of techniques, I'm always interested. But yeah, I saw Lil Mama like her throat open and it closed really, really fast like that from the side. I was like, wow, that's.
I think a lot of that stuff is all cap because, you know, it's kind of like you can do stuff with your tongue if it ain't no clit in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this, or you can do a whole bunch of dancing if it ain't no
something
wood
was in there. You're saying she may not.
It's all time. This is all for Instagram. This is all for now. Because what was that lady that was in the industry that had all these guys going crazy? Superhead. She wasn't doing nothing. She wasn't doing no.
And I saw a video with her, and it seemed very normal. She was with what's my friend Marcus, Mr. Marcus?
Yeah, so it's all.
Was it that video you saw?
I mean, she had them all. You know what I'm saying? Remember that was a thing in high school. That was before internet was popping. Right. Like you get the DVD. Motherfucker let you borrow the DVD. I'll give it to you Wednesday.
Correct. I'll give it to you Wednesday. Correct. Yeah. And you give it back. Absolutely.
Yeah, get it back by Friday, bro, because I gotta make a dub.
I also saw the meme going around of some of my favorite porn stars. That's another thing we could talk about today. Porn. I just feel like I've had conversations with like some of my mutual friends or associates, and it's for some reason when I bring up porn, some people are still like very like, oh my God, no. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with porn, and I'm very pro masturbation. I don't understand. Somebody maybe explain to me in the comments.
Masturbation. I
am pro masturbation.
I like the way you word things. You know what I mean? I just be like, jack off.
It doesn't make you weird to me. It doesn't make you weird. It
I don't think
doesn't
you will.
make you different. It doesn't mean you don't have people to call. You want something right then and there, and it's just you loving you. Like I love me. So
I think if you masturbate more, you'll make better decisions.
absolutely. I just had this conversation with somebody. If you're still in the dating world, not for my married people, but even maybe for the married people, if
For
you
everybody.
know your person call themselves mad and not wanting to, do something, like I feel like you have every right to lay in that bed next to them and touch on yourself. Go get your rose. Like how he gonna get mad if he on dick strike? How she gonna get mad if she ain't trying to do nothing? Like leave me alone and let me touch myself. You're not gonna do it. So what's the problem? I'm not cheating. So,
Well, yeah, right.
I just feel like everybody should definitely touch themselves more. I feel like you'll be happier. You won't be as upset. I feel like a lot of these individuals, not calling anybody out, but a lot of the men that sometimes come on my posts angry, they seem very backed up. I feel like they have way too much nut in them and they need to get rid of it.
It's almost at their throat. Pretty much
It's
sucking
clogging.
dick.
It's clogging
Almost
you
sucking dick.
up.
Yeah.
It clogs you up. And I feel like it causes you to be irrational and angry and combative. And you need to get it out of you. Nut needs to come out of you. So
yeah,
that's
it's
just
normal.
my take on it. You need to get it up out of you. But I'm gonna go to these comments. You ready?
ahead.
What you got to say, Frank? You got something else to say?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So, what's a normal amount of time to masturbate within a week span? What's excessive? What's not excessive?
I mean, I wouldn't expect for you, especially if you are an individual with like kids and you work and you actually like go to the gym and have like a very active life filled with like healthy hobbies. I wouldn't expect for you to have time to like touch yourself every day. But to be honest, I like to set the mood. Like I like to light my candles. I like to make sure little mama out the way completely. I can't. The way I do
make
it,
love
like,
to yourself. That's making love.
I'm not trying to be interrupted.
Turn off the lights.
I'm just saying.
Light a candle.
You gotta do it for yourself sometimes. That part, all of that over there, Frank. I feel like you got to cut you on some Jodeci sometime. Go put on your little sexy negligee. Like, if you want to really like love on you and take your time, like oh boy on the 40-Year-Old Virgin did, you saw he had the whole mood set up. You ain't gonna be able to do that every day.
See, that's something I never thought about. Like, I mean, I want to know how
you
is
got to
that
love
normal?
yourself.
Is that some people do? Like, do you go into the whole vibe when you just to masturbate, just to get you?
You got to love yourself. I know a lot. Okay. Listen, I talked this over with some friends of mine, and you would be surprised how many females, and they not single. Just maybe they man work out of town. He worked the night shift.
You can be in town. You can be in town.
Yeah,
if your drive
in
is more
town,
so than
whatever. You would be surprised how many females like actually get their own lingerie. They'll go put on their lingerie. They'll light some candles. They'll go ahead and pour them a glass of wine. They made a little something for, to heighten, the arousal. And they'll find take their time with it and go in the porn search. They're going to look up Ebony.
So for a normal person, working person,
how many
times? Yeah, shoot it out there. Call them out.
Whatever your pleasure is, 3D.
So how many times a week is normal? How many times a week is normal?
2 times. 2 times is minimum.
Okay.
Like now, excessive to me is when you have time to do it like every single day. I don't have time to do that every day. I got stuff to do. I got a life. But like 2 times a week, if you not, basically getting it how you want to get it, because your man ain't always gonna be available. That's all. That's what I do know. And listen, that man might have to work or something, or he might be tired.
Just tired.
And if you really like set the mood right, you ain't gonna be long. You can get there in 15 minutes and be like, whoo, I know that's right. And go about your business.
Let me say this though. This is always my thought, more so with women than like men or myself. I feel like women, since y'all got so much to get you to the point, when you by yourself,
it don't take much when you really trying to,
Right. I think women should get the ultimate nut by themselves, because y'all got everything to make it right. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
the best. I feel
Yeah.
like the best ones that like, and then when ain't nobody around, you can like really, you ain't thinking about your facial expressions. You ain't thinking about hollering too loud. You can really go retarded, like if you want to, without judgment, especially with these toys. I know a lot of men I've heard been saying we use these toys way too much. And as a result, they're saying that it's giving them like competition in bed. I've heard that too. So we'll touch on that.
No toy.
But they're saying that the toys basically make women have like this unrealistic view of the pleasure that a man can give them. And I'm not gonna lie.
I can agree with that.
I don't agree that I don't believe toys are better than the real thing. But some of these new joints.
So you know, like in 2010, we could always say, "Yeah, don't get hot." But they got a heat button on the new toys. I'm talking about.
Listen, they got a heat button. They got
everything.
But I do.
I lost my woman to a toy.
But also, you just never know. But on top of the women toys, Frank, I encourage men to get toys. Like I don't see nothing. Like I don't know why. Like so many more men. Now I know some men be like, "Shoot, I got my little pocket rocket. You know, my little, the little squeegee thing. It's a little, a pussy pocket.
The Fifi.
It's a pussy pocket.
Yeah, well they call it Fifi in prison. Fifi.
Oh, okay, that. But they have like a real professional one that's not makeshift. And
really?
I encourage men to get a toy. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I think that'll be kind of weird. It ain't the same. You pull up over my drawer. Hey, can I kind of watch some of your socks? Then you see them.
Or you can get, they got, so Frank, they have like the booty with the coochie.
See, me being a dude, I kind of still I feel like that's kind of weird.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because it's not normal, but I just don't see myself banging a half of a plastic mold. Sweating, working it out. I don't really see it.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this. Now, this is something that I always.
I do not judge in that department. Like, get all the toys you want, because I'm gonna get mine.
I know. I feel like you should do whatever you like. I think the biggest problem in life is people do what they supposed to do, opposed to doing what you like. Do whatever you like. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sex supposed to be behind closed doors, your own anything anyway. So you do exactly what you like. But me personally, I'm not waiting on no doll to come off of eBay. You know what I'm saying?
What if you were gifted with one?
I'm gonna probably re-gift that mother.
You wouldn't try it?
I can almost see me selling it on Craigslist. They sell for a nice amount. There's always a purse first with me, man.
So last year I was gifted with a toy. I had never been gifted with a toy. I always, and I ain't gonna sit here and act like I got a whole collection of them. I don't. But I was gifted with a toy, and this was like I'm not gonna say touched, but it was really innovative. So this nice gentleman that I was entertaining moved like a couple of states away. Right. And he went on Amazon and found someone to like mold him. Like mold him. Wow. And so I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know I was getting it. And so I went to my door when the parcel was delivered, and it was a mold of his thing. And you could just stick it like on the table or on a chair, and it was his exact mold. So I'm
gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to order that.
It was cool. And he kind of like was like, I just,
the wife got to get the mold.
But he was like, since we, was going to try to do this long distance thing, I decided to mail you my dick. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. It was a nice gesture.
I don't know if I'm going to put it in those words, because she might literally try to take it with it. But
listen,
that's smart, though. That's cool, man. That's really thoughtful. That's really thoughtful for a guy to switch it up like that. Yeah,
I can take him anywhere. And even though,
so let me ask you now, since y'all not a guy that you're entertaining, are you still using his mold?
Sometimes.
Oh man. Hey, what up, B? Man, I know, I know shit ain't work out for us, man. I know we ain't work out, but I wonder if you can send me my mold back.
I can't send it back. It was a really good mold. So
could you send me my mold back?
No, that's me.
I'm gonna sterilize this son bitch, wrap it in
locked
plastic,
in.
and fool the next person like it was new. I got a mold for you.
That mold is mine. And to be honest, I would like, I do think it would be cool. I know it can't happen. I think it would be cool to like have a mold of all your exes, so you'll actually see
Trophies.
You'll like, you know, physically see how
Trophies.
you've progressed or regressed.
Hey, but look, but how you gonna show if you progress or regress if the size don't really matter?
You can at least compare. You have comparisons. So if I was rich, this is just something weird I would do. So I will say this. My weird thing for some of my conquests in college, I used to collect basketball shorts, and I didn't have a lot of them, but I just used to always like, you know, I'm a historian at heart, so yeah, I like
us
to
men used to collect panties. We done that before.
Like, I don't know about men collecting drawers, but I had like
we done that.
Basketball shorts. Okay, so I was like, oh my goodness, if I was able to get like a mold of everybody, and like I would have a collection, and I would be able to like revisit certain ones that I really like. It's just the idea though. Man, I can dream. I can dream.
What up, Blind? What up, Blind? Listen, the mold is the ultimate gift.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody sent you a mold of them, would you use it then?
I don't really see me using it. See, you know, I've been married a long time. I'm a dry dick jacker. I don't even need lotion.
You just get it done. That sounds really painful. It just gives me pain.
Oh man, I mean, I just look like I got African hands. But nah, I don't really see. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
And I hadn't seen what I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say no. Let me say that, because if I'm in jail, I'm shooting up the Fifi. You know what I'm saying? I'm firing the club up in the Fifi.
I get it.
You gotta use your imagination. So I'm gonna say I'll try anything once. I'll go with that. I'll try anything once.
Okay. Let me get to these comments. We have not, and y'all are going crazy in the comments. I can't wait. So Alexa said, man, here you go.
So Alexa is a toy. She's the sex expert. She sells toys.
Oh, yeah, so Alexis, you can definitely probably plug your business as well as drop some knowledge on certain things. What I would like to know from Alexis, with her being the toy distributor, is what toys do you recommend for women who have not squirted ever in their life? That's what I want to know from you, Alexis. Andrea says it got good after my feelings got involved. Yes.
You're talking about the little meat, the pocket rocket.
What's a pocket rocket?
That's a little meat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little meat. I call my pistol the pocket rocket. I don't know what that.
I think once you develop feelings for a person, it starts feeling better. So that could also apply perhaps to the walls as well. It could start feeling better once you catch feelings.
You expect less. I don't know if it feels better or you expect less. You know going in that, hey, this is what it is. It's not going to be as fulfilling as eating a steak. I'm at Burger King.
I meant to touch on this. So I feel like sometimes when it comes to sex, especially if a person is not well endowed, or if a woman, quote unquote, has no walls or loose walls or whatever, I feel like there's certain techniques you can use. And y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. So this is one, not saying it had to happen with me, but I feel like when dealing with men who weren't well endowed, they would do this thing where you lay on your stomach and you close your legs as it's, going in and out. And I think that creates like a tighter wall.
That creates walls. Yes. Yes.
So is that a workaround?
I mean, I hope that's helpful. I didn't really stick around that long. I'm pretty sure she's explaining to somebody.
You know the position that I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that position right there is the reason that I have another kid that I ain't told my wife about. Nah, that was a real shit. Okay. So that position positions the vagina,
right?
And so that's gonna help either if you have walls or not, it's gonna put pressure on the penis.
It's gonna tighten it up.
That's a good tip for the ladies out here that know things ain't what it used to be.
I do feel, and I feel too like with smaller men, that's something. As long as it doesn't keep like doing the whole fallout thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say if I don't think that's gonna work for.
You can't go back too far when you do that. You have
know your limitations.
You have to know your strokes. Like instead of going all the way out, you have to kind of. But I do think that just placing the young lady on her stomach, closing those legs and those hips, and just kind of getting on the butt, keeping it tight. I think that would be helpful because she might not even at that point.
You gotta have enough wood for all that, though, man. You gotta have enough wood for that. Oh, don't let her have a little extra butt. You gotta get us. She got a little extra butt. Yeah, you gotta get up under.
It's a setup.
Yeah, you gotta get up under that.
I just thought that would be helpful. So Miss Gray said, if a man turns you on small or big penis, the job will get done. A man with a large penis can be a big turn off if they don't know what to do with it. Absolutely. You can have a man with a small penis and he beat. That's true.
But I think one point of your life, and you know what, like this will be good because you can get your perspective. Mm-hmm. At one point, women only wanted to get hammered, right? And then you start getting older.
It's about moves. I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. It's really about the woman and her preference. I don't like respectful sex. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't like being respected.
Okay, so right.
Like every now and again.
Yes.
Every now and again, it's okay. But I've literally had to instruct someone, sir, listen.
Treat me like a.
Don't this little kissy kiss turn over, baby. I don't need that. Like,
I think my perspective always, I want to leave, and you think, why did I let him treat me like this?
Yeah, that's amazing. Now some women know, but this is the thing too. A lot of people get that mixed up with being like jackhammered.
No. No
one likes a rabbit, but I also don't want to be like super respected either. Like, what are you doing?
So look, let's get to the comments because Devron just popped in and he asked a question that's going to take the conversation to another level that I didn't even think about taking it to.
Okay, so, that's my favorite. Now, don't spit on me. Now, I will say this, okay? So, spit, I don't have a problem necessarily with it. I don't want it in my mouth, but choking for me is a favorite. I'm okay.
You fellas need to take notes, man. Y'all need to take notes.
I am okay with it. Don't kill me, but I actually encourage it. That's just speaking for me. Now, everybody is not. Now, I have a lot of friends that are looking at me like, girl, choke. No, choke me. Now, this has happened to me. Now, I think the furthest that.
Do y'all need a code word, anything when they choking you?
I just feel like they know. Like, if a man know what he's doing, he just know.
Because in sex, you can be saying no. That means yes.
Well, no. Well, of course. Okay, now I got to clarify. If I'm dropping no at any point, stop. If a woman is dropping, because we don't want nobody catching no case. If a woman is dropping no at any point in time, back off. If you feel like she playing with you and going yes, then no, back off, leave it alone, exit.
Oh, most certainly. We ain't gonna tiptoe around that.
We ain't even gonna play like that. But any woman who is secure with herself sexually, grown woman, I feel like we let you know what's okay. We let you know what's not okay. I feel like at this point, and I'm gonna just put this out here.
I say the body tells you if it's okay or not.
Yeah, all of us are over. All of us, I'm gonna assume, are like literally mid-30s and up. Okay, we all done been ran through around the block, what have you. I'm not, and when I say ran through, I'm not talking like different partners every week, but
you're right.
At a certain age, you in the 2 digits. I don't care what nobody say.
None of us ain't. Yeah,
your body count in the 2 digits. We gonna put it out there.
Multiply by 3.
Yeah. So with that being said, I feel like you just know you and you know your partner. Now, choking, I'm okay with that. That's like right. I've made jokes about it online. I said certain things, and with a choke, it's literally you just do this because
A
said,
little
"What
pressure.
type of choke?"
A
Just a
little
little
pressure.
pressure, just a little bit. And this right here is like a really good position. It's a really good one. My voice changed a little bit, but I'm not dying.
Yeah.
You gotta, and a woman to tell you choke harder. You know what I'm saying? Or ease up.
It's all the fuck I got. I ain't that strong.
But one thing about me is, I don't. He said big face. No, don't be. Now I will say this too, Jonathan Davis. Please don't hit me. So I had an experience back in the day, and I really liked this guy. He really liked. We just had a good time together. Okay, put it that way. And he smacked the hell out of me.
Face? Your face?
In my face during sex. He was really excited.
Nigga getting his lick back.
He was really excited, and I know he ain't even that kind of person. So he's not no whole abuser. He's not an abusive man or nothing.
We ain't gonna run off with abuse. Go ahead, the man. First
time. Yeah, and I'm not gonna
just rough.
Like that.
He's just rough.
This is the first time that I have ever open-handed been like in the middle of it, and I'm like, wait.
He got to show you who running this. You already think you running this.
Wait, hold up. And I just kind of that was I think the first time I had to kind of say, but he was like, I'm sorry, I'm excited, it got good. And
I seen this on the movie.
He told me, he said it got really good.
I seen it on the movie.
And I was just like, okay, please don't do it no more. And it wasn't even like a jack slap, but it was kind of like, it had a little sting to it. And I was like,
so it wasn't, you didn't like it at all.
It had a little sting to it, and it caught me off guard. I laughed about it because, like I said, I knew dude, and dude was not abusive. Dude was real respectful, had a good time, had no bad experiences with him, but he got really excited in the heat of the moment, and he did smack me, and I was like, so I can speak from that experience and say I don't like smacking. Some women out there may be okay with it. Every woman got their thing. Please don't hit me in my face. You can choke me.
Punch in the ribs.
Yeah, you can choke me a little bit, but don't smack me. I don't like it.
What about pulling the hair? That's a black woman thing. We're going yes or no.
I'm okay with that.
You got your real hair right now? How much can a nigga pull? What can I pull? Where do I start? Where do I stop?
Okay. So right now.
Get your hand up under.
Yeah, no. Now see, Frank, you're leading them wrong. When you go too far up under, you touch your tracks now, okay? Unless you're dealing with a chick that's like a natural or something. And then when you're a natural and the hair short, you ain't even able to grab nothing. So what do? You're going to get the back
You got to choke the broad. You got to choke her.
You're going to grab the back of the neck from behind and you're going to do the pullback action. You just got to find something else.
I suggest you put both hands on the shoulders. If she got a bald fade, both hands on the shoulders.
Candy say, I got dreads, pull it. I know that's right.
Oh, Candy, look at you, Candy, that New Orleans in you. Yeah. Louisiana funk.
Latrice Mills said, communicate about your kink level. Be very communicative. Yes.
Hey, Latrice is another person. She sells a bedroom candy. She another sexologist. She holds a bunch of classes too.
Absolutely. That part. You got to be, and that's the thing too. I don't understand how some people, not all, but some, are still like having sex with people who they don't feel comfortable communicating with. If I can't talk to you about what I like, what I don't like, and you can't,
you probably shouldn't be. No,
we don't need to be having sex. We don't need to be having sex.
I said,
stop having respectful sex with me. Why are you still having sex with me? Like
if you can't,
like I want to be respected. I said, you gotta be a little nastier. And I've had that talk before with somebody, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought you wanted it slow." And no, I didn't ask for slow. Didn't ask for respect at all. So
sex is really difficult if you because you don't know what the person wants. You got to kind of listen to their body and listen to how it respond, and you got to listen to it in the moment because that changes. You know what I'm saying? You could be a person that don't really like it being rough, and then your body just say
you should
rough.
Be having. I don't know. At this age, I will say this. At this age, because I know how I am and the experience I want to have, I'm not having sex with nobody I don't have no kind of connection with. That doesn't necessarily mean I love you, but we have some kind of vibe, connection. It ain't no old pop up like at this age. And I'm not knocking nobody who still do what is called one night stands and all that.
Hit and runs.
Each his own. I don't do hit and runs because I literally cannot get aroused by not knowing someone on a comfort level of having a connection with them. So I will say that too. It's got to be a connection. If I don't connect with you, don't think you're gonna hop in my inbox and, oh man, I'm feeling you, and I don't know you. I don't even know what you smell like. I don't know what your breath smells like. I don't know if I like how you sweat. I don't know if I'm gonna like. I don't know if I'm gonna like your moan during. Like I don't even know the sounds you're gonna make. Like you might bark or something during. I don't know. And
I don't really think barking is a bad thing.
I don't, and I'm just putting that out there as just like an example. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna like. I feel like when you at a certain age, especially if you're a very sexual person and you actually want to enjoy the interaction, I feel like if you're just still having like willy-nilly flings, you're really shortening yourself because you end up having sex with people and it's awkward.
Okay, whereas let me ask you this. So when do you have the conversation
genuine, you're gonna have good sex.
When do you have a conversation about, or do you have the conversation about what you like during and before?
I have it immediately. I feel like my biggest mistake in my past, and that's another thing. If you're adding bodies to your life, and I'm not saying it's bad because as humans, we're sexual beings. That's why I can candidly, openly talk about sex. I don't think it's a bad thing. I feel like society, religion made it bad, but it's really not. You're human. You're going to have needs. You're going to have wants and desires. I feel like if you are sexually active, especially if you know you're good at sex, like man or woman. If you know
you don't have to be good. You don't have to be good.
No, as long as even if you know you're, if you know, but I was gonna, if you know you're good at sex, why are you giving it to everybody? And that goes for men and women. If you know you got bomb, ding-a-ling, cuckoo, I don't feel like everybody deserves that. So you need to have very candid communication with people like, yo, listen, if you get up in me, this is what I like. This is what can't happen. This is what I don't like. Is that going to be a problem for you? If that's going to be a problem for you, we don't need to have sex. And that person should be able to do the same.
Ain't no nigga going to say no. Like, we going to say yes, 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 yes.
But you got to understand, if you lying, though, that's going to come out during the interaction. And
you lie on that interview, but after you get the interaction, it's all good.
No, because if you're in the middle of a job task and you lied on your interview, you're going to get fired on the spot.
After I get out of this, after I get out. This a temp job. I'm only working this job one day.
That's what I'm saying, though. But people knows when it's a temp job. So, like I said, for me and my big age, everybody and their mama not getting it. I know. Yeah. I know.
Most certainly. I'm just talking. I'm joking, but
but
I think that you don't really have to have a whole bunch of conversation about it because
I do.
As the adult side. You listen to each other, you know what I'm saying? You listen and you try, you got certain stuff, you know what go and what don't go anyway, you know what I mean? So I don't think you got to sit down and make a person take notes.
Latrice Mills said, make the questions a foreplay game, name a kink. If you like it, take a shot. I like that part. That's a good icebreaker. That's a real
girls' night type deals.
Candy Johnson say, definitely talk about it before you hit the bedroom because that person may not do something that's a must in the bedroom for you, like head. Now that's another thing too. I feel like people. I'm not saying you should put your mouth on everybody, okay?
But you ain't got to keep putting that disclaimer out there. We already know that.
But you need if that is a prerequisite for you and your loving, you need to stand behind it. Stop having sex with people who don't want to put their mouth on you. It's a disservice to yourself.
OTC approved this message.
You deserve better. And it's okay for you to say, you know what? Before you enter me, that's what I want. That's what I need. If you can't do that, Bye.
I think this though. I think that you're gonna meet people because you come from people are different. If you're not willing to grow or please the person that you're with, then that's a problem. It's not the fact that you don't come in ready, but you got to grow to make that person happy to compromise.
Absolutely.
I see that lady just mentioned
I
the
just
rose.
feel like if a man, I'm gonna be real, if a man don't put his mouth on you, he don't like you enough. That's just my take.
A nigga gotta bring you food and put his mouth on you.
Now I will say this. So the only caveat to that I've actually experienced in my experiences is when now I have dated somebody and he didn't, but he told me something about him having he had just had his mouth work. He just had like a root canal or something.
It was his religion. It's part of his religion.
No, he had like a root canal. He literally, I could see it. He literally had like mouth work done. So in that instance, now I will say that too. So I'm gonna teach y'all something real quick. For those that don't know already, a lot of y'all may already know. Oral sex, anything dealing with your mouth, when you have an abscess or when you ain't taking care of them teeth like you supposed to, if you have an open cavity that can hit your nerve, please don't get any cum in that. Hasn't happened to me. Not gonna put nobody's business out there, but it can get really, really nasty.
Let's get to these comments, man. They're crazy.
That's all I'm gonna say. Do not let your mouth heal before you give oral. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's see here. Donna said, what about that back scratching while getting close to an orgasm? I don't think that feels good to do's back. I don't scratch backs, but some men do like that. So I have actually been asked to scratch a back before. I've been literally asked, can you scratch on my back like while this is happening? Okay, whatever.
How deep they want the scratch to be?
I don't think it wasn't really deep, just kind of like that sensation, like that. I just think some people like that. I don't know what it does for the senses, but I do know I've been asked that. So
okay, I'm gonna have to take some notes. I might be regular smuggler.
Devon said, you say if she got the south side.
Yeah, I mean, she might.
Corey said, you also should feel comfortable to talk about your likes and dislikes. Absolutely. Because why y'all having sex and I can't tell you how I want to be sex?
Communication.
Yeah,
but I think you listen to your partner.
Who ain't communicating. The things I like on Hennessy is not the same thing I like sober. Very true.
Hey.
Devon, how you want sex should be a conversation, right? It definitely should be.
So when do you have this conversation? Like when is a good time to bust out this conversation?
If I know, you know me.
The reason I keep asking that is the reason I ask is because if you have it too soon, they think that y'all can have sex tonight.
Oh yeah.
If you if you have it too late, then you're already vested into the person.
I just, first of all, I'm like I said, I'm at a point now where I'm building some kind of connection. So you my homie in some capacity or a friend in some capacity, and I really do feel comfortable with you. If I know it's gonna happen, I'm gonna say listen. Or during. I'll talk during. Like
I think during sex is good. I think you'll have a little conversation before, but during is a lot.
But I'll be like, oh, can go on. Yeah, you can choke me, go on, do that. Yeah, do to be like, go on, scratch my back. Oh, right there. Those kind of directives. Like you can direct while you doing it. And I feel like
you gotta be some talking involved.
Yeah, you can direct.
No quiet sex.
No, and I will say this too. I don't do a whole lot of hollering. Now, some people like that. Now,
I need you to feed my ego.
I don't do a lot of hollering. You're gonna get some moans. You're gonna get I suck fingers. I'm, lick a leg, a thigh or something. You're gonna get what you need. But for me, I'm not really loud. I just feel like it's extra. Even when I'm watching porn and the girl is
See, I don't. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was gonna wait till you get. See, I don't even watch porn. I only like homemade porn.
That is porn, but
I do. I want the porn. I want the lights to accidentally go out.
You want the mattress to like not have a headboard.
Yeah, but what I do want to see is real hollering and yelling and things changing in the background by accident. Nobody. I want to get the camera angle where you like, well, why in the hell you looking around the? You know what I'm saying? I want to get it to be. I don't like that.
Some people really do enjoy hollering. I don't see
Yeah, I
nothing
don't like
wrong
the
with
hee haw
that.
hee haw.
But I
He
will
ain't
say
even been
this.
there.
Now, depending on how much I like a cat, because again, we're talking about giving and taking. We're talking about communication, likes and dislikes. If I'm really in it with you and you say holler a little bit, just know that I will, but it's fake. Because I don't holler. It's gonna be really, really fake.
I don't think you need to holler. Like holler.
It's not
I
gonna
just
be
need
real.
the.
It's not gonna be
I
a
need the
genuine holler.
moans. But see, this is something that I can't understand. Like you can't fake. I think that's what's so good about sex, and I can't see like how people like bisex or shit like that because you can't really fake sex. You know what I mean? I guess you got to be really good at it to fake. If it's your profession, then I guess you.
Oh yeah, you have to. They know how to provide a fantasy. I think that's what they get paid to do.
When you inside of a woman, you could tell if she enjoying you, if she wants you to choke her, if she wants you to grab her. Like these things are coming from the body. Like this has been her spine is talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You look at the back of her neck.
What are your thoughts on women licking men's nipples? What are y'all thoughts?
Do that. I got titties.
Okay.
Yeah,
because that's the thing that a way that I feel a lot of women, based on my observations, based on me, based on I feel like that's the way a lot of women get their man to get to the, it heightens things. That sensation.
I say do whatever y'all like, man, because I'm on that. You whatever you do whatever make you and that person happy. You try any goddamn thing, whatever you like. I ain't going to the extreme, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of these cats and shit. But
yeah. But
Jock say lick. Jock ain't said nothing all night, but Jock say lick my.
He said lick my nipple.
Well, welcome in, Jock. Well, you woke him up with that one.
I know, right?
Jock sent that ticket out there to Florida, man. Flew her out, Holmes. Flew her out.
We have a lot of good feedback. Candy said definitely talk about it before you hit the bedroom because that person may not do something that's a must in the bedroom for you, like head. Hello. Corey, now I say no to anal and I put that out up front.
Right, that's why I say certain stuff like you ain't gonna conform to. Right.
Most heterosexual men don't like their butt mess with, most.
Right.
But some out here taking that peg in this new day and age. No, don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
But he said some women appreciate that and some are shocked and disappointed. But that's just an example of conversation. But it has to be had because
it gotta be had.
Don't nobody want to ruin the mood if you doing you and she try to do the woohoo. Let's go.
Yeah, it gotta be had.
You ain't gonna
listen, I used to date this chick, man. I was young too. I was like 20 something. This girl was like, Dawn was like 30 something. You know what I'm saying? And she had kind of got this like when Instagram and all this stuff was starting to get like the internet shit was live, and she had kind of started blowing up. So we kind of lost contact, got back in contact or whatever, and she would call. And so she told me one time I was dating this guy who was this, supposed to be. So she said he wanted to stick his fingers in his butt.
It's called one in the cooter, two in the shooter, right? That's what I've heard.
Yeah, but he ain't got no cooter. He wanted her to stick her fingers in his butt.
I've heard that too.
So she say, once they start meeting on their little regular meetup once a month, how often she can get to the city where he was in, she stuck her finger in his butt this one time. He got mad. He was like, "Don't do that to me. I ain't gay."
But that's what you asked for.
So, yeah, but you asked for it, and it was weird to me. Like I remember never really talking to her anymore because it was weird to me that she'd done it.
Well, the thing about it, Frank, is you would be so surprised how many heterosexual men in today's time have asked this. I have not participated, but I will say I have been asked.
Yeah.
My response
Why you didn't participate though?
Because I don't like anything involving fecal matter or getting close to it. And my thought and my response was, it ain't that the action itself. I told her I didn't judge at all. That's one thing about being mature and being able to communicate on a sexual level. It's a level of maturity that comes with it. So when someone feels comfortable with me to ask me for certain things, even if I don't do it, I don't judge them. I just simply say I can't do that, and maybe this experience is not for us. But yeah, but stuff, and he explained, it's the stimulation that it gives me while I'm, in you, whoop the whoop. And I simply said I don't want doo-doo on my finger. Now that's just where I'm at with it. That was my
so after he blocked you,
and I could be wrong. Like people who are used to anal may correct me and say, friend, ain't no doo-doo gonna get on your hand. They may know.
I don't really want to find out.
That's it. And and in my opinion, your colon has to be extremely clean for my finger to not come in contact with fecal matter. I feel like fecal matter is always on the brink of the anus, and I personally did not want to touch it. But to each his own. And I know people that do it to their dude, and it's a party.
All right, we got to catch up. We got to speed up. We got to get to this last question.
So, Devron said I drove a chick home that didn't give head. As you should have.
Drop off.
Like if that is your stand behind what the hell you want. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That she wasn't.
Yeah, she can't please you. Get rid of her.
There you go. Love the nails in my back. Rip the skin woman. Oh, okay. All right.
Rough.
So Corey likes
you ain't going nowhere.
He likes that back scratch sensation. We got one. He liked that air mattress porn. Yeah, I don't like porn production.
I'm a hood, man. I'm a hood.
One definitely helps teach and enhance techniques. Absolutely. Lanessa said, not the back of her neck, Frank. Oh, yeah, look my shit. All men don't have the same sensation on it. That's true. We are all unique. I preferably want my ass ate. Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
You niggas put your legs back in the air like this?
I would. I feel like that's what I feel like, especially if they want you to get in there, they may grab their knees too. So hey. I know I had it done. I didn't enjoy it. It just left me wet and mad down there, and that's my experience. But to each his own.
See, I might be regular schmegler, you know what I'm saying? My wife kind of like an old lady. we ain't got that far yet.
Go get straight to it and done.
You got 5 minutes. You got some minutes for you.
We got shit to do.
That's right.
Anal sometimes be depending on the size. I'll let a smaller size do it, but I'm not having a colonoscopy. I know that's right. Your whole thing will be torn up.
And all that butt she got, her booty hole big as a toilet seat. Go ahead.
Donis, hey, the make the G-spot anatomy is in, what do you say? The make G-spot anatomy is in the anus. Okay. That's what I said. Maybe somebody can teach me something. That's science. Now, whether they get enjoyment out of it is another thing. However, a prostate getting milked during most prostate exams is done the same way. Huh.
What does that mean?
Adonis, what does the prostate getting milked mean?
No, I mean,
I don't know what that. I want to know what that means.
Does he mean that even though they do it the same way, one is considered enjoyable, the other one is like medical, and it don't turn them on, or what?
Yeah, I definitely want to know more about that, Adonis. Corey, unless it's for medical purposes, leave my ass alone and don't ask me to do nothing with your
out of the pooper shooter. That's right, Corey.
He said, I stand by that. See, all the OGs used to say women love eating a man ass, but the finger stuff, now where they do that at? I mean, everybody different. Candy, they say that's a man G-spot. They say that's a woman G-spot too. Now, that's another thing. Now, I recently saw a chick say that that's the only place she can come from. And I was in awe. I was made of questions. Again, I'm very teachable. I don't know everything, but
is that the only place that she's or is the most enjoyable?
This particular, because I'm in these other groups on Facebook, and them other groups be
they get real.
They get real, and I feel like for me they're very educational because I don't be knowing half of this stuff, and I thought I knew a lot, and I didn't. So with me being a very intrigued person by nature, this particular lady said that was literally the only way she could come is like by anal, and that cum comes out of your butt. And I was like, excuse me? She said, yeah, cum doesn't just come
I've experienced. Yeah, that's true.
A woman or a man's, urethra.
A woman can come out of ass.
I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I thought, in the porn we just saw it go
I
in.
I
ain't never saw it come out. I only saw it go in and then come out. I didn't know you can make your own. So I thought that was really interesting.
I might not be regular then. Go ahead. I've done that before.
Adonis, anybody doing anal needs to just do an enema. Okay. Ain't no way uber masculine way to get your ass ate. It's either legs up or on all fours. Hey.
Bye, Adonis. Thank you.
And that's
Thank you. Thank you,
hey,
bro.
but you not like, because how else you gonna get in there? I can't think of no. I can't unless you like. I can't think of no way a man gonna get his booty AQ. You just gonna have to. Hey, prostate massage decrease prostate cancer. Okay, a woman gives spot in 2 inches inside her vagina.
No, you're supposed to make G-spot.
I mean that whether you like getting penetrated or not, in order to make a cis male come for most prostate exams, they have to insert the finger in the anus and touch the gland. Huh? Okay. A woman's G-spot is 2 inches inside her vagina, 2 fingers up. That's why women like the curve. Can we talk about the curve real quick?
Speak on
it. She just said a mouthful. I don't think men. I think it's one man on here in particular. I ain't gonna call him out, but it's one man on here in particular. And I had to explain, and I explained this to him, and we had a conversation about it. I don't know if men know this or not, but if you have a curved dick, the J is what I like to call it, the hook. Okay. It's special. You're one of a kind. Just like women who are squirters are considered special, like you're top notch, not the lesser. Men who have these dicks that curve up, I don't think men understand how much of a gift that is, because you literally only have to insert to make any woman
get to where she need to go.
You don't have to do a lot. That literally is going to take you, y'all. It's like a diamond in the rough. It really is. Right. And I would just like to send a special shout out.
I'm not the diamond.
I like to send a very special shout out to all the men out there who have what I like to call J penises. Some people call them dolphins. Some people call them Captain Hooks. Some people call them,
keep it going.
Keep it going. But shout out to y'all. Y'all are special. Keep up the good work. And that's all.
All the rest of us cats over here like, oh man.
y'all can still get the job done. You just got to work a little harder. But what that allows you to do is literally you're able to like touch a woman's G-spot upon insertion. You don't have to do no extra. Just put it there and it's a go. Like she literally can just sit there and she's gonna, And it's really special. It's really special.
All the dudes that was coming in at first, we all just sitting here looking.
If you got a J,
we ain't special.
You could probably fall in my inbox.
Corey said his wife is blessed to feel like you feel.
All J's can report to the inbox. I don't mind because I know you're special. I know this. So anyway, so the last thing we're gonna talk about today, Frank, on this 20th episode of the On the Cool podcast, where we got really nasty, really ratchet squirters and PP. So let me ask you this, because I've heard different reactions from men. Do you think squirting is nasty? Because some men be like, no, I don't like that. Or do you appreciate it? Do you think it's too messy?
No, hell no, I don't.
Men in the comments, do you feel like squirt
is not pee?
Is it a turn off?
So to you, is squirt pee or not?
I've done my research, so I'm gonna say it is female ejaculate. But during my research, I did see that a tiny bit of pee is
a little bit of pee come out your vagina during sex too. Don't worry about that part.
I feel like the same about penises. Yeah. I feel like and I will say this: I have never done it, so I cannot personally speak on it. I am I admire women who can do it. It is something, it is a goal of mine. I aspire. But not all women can squirt. So I'm gonna put that out there too. So that's why
most
I said
certainly. They know that. They know that.
That's why I said, just like the curved hook penis is rare and makes you kind of like a sexual superior. I also feel like that about squirters. They're kind of superior. So if you have a nice woman that can squirt, I would say go ahead.
You got yourself a diamond in the rough.
It's a diamond in the rough. I will give them that. I will give them that. They are diamonds in the rough. They are very rare because not all women can make a mess like that. So there's that. And I don't know how to achieve it.
You know what? A guy dropped a video when I posted the link and on how to make a woman squirt, this, that, and the third, the 2 inches going up. And feeling for the rough glands, the G spot.
I personally think if it were to happen to me, I would be scared the first time, especially being this old. I feel like it's a lot backed up in there, a lot of squirt.
So let me ask you this: I think a lot of women, this is just from a man perspective, though. You're about to reach that peak of squirting and don't, because the sensation feels like peeing. So do you think you've ever been to the point that you feel like something different is about to happen? Nope. Okay.
I don't want to put my business out there, but I don't believe
too late. It's too late.
No. I don't believe I've even reached the big O yet, to be honest. And I've read about that, and not everybody can just get there. So I don't even think I've done that. And and I'm not ashamed. I tell people all the time, I don't relate. When I hear women describe an orgasm, they say how they shake, they have convulsions, they pretty much like. It's an out of body experience.
In a trance.
I've never done any of that. So there's that.
Extraterrestrial.
So I'm still on my conquest to reach these heights. And I've also been told that in order to have an orgasm, it requires somewhat of a heightened sense of emotional connection. And maybe I haven't connected emotionally with somebody like that, but I've never been like, I've never done that. So
get in the inbox, fellas. Maybe y'all can change that. Inbox. Everybody's welcome. Welcome.
The only fellas I'm inviting to my inbox is the ones who, if they look up automatically, if we got that hook.
Well, you can tell when you start talking about that, the comments went from like boop, 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 to all the women like, rare. I like that. All those fellas ain't blessed.
It's really rare, but I'm not saying y'all still can't get the job done. So there's that. But as far as squirt and pee go, I do know from what I've read, there is a such thing as female ejaculate. It is a little bit of pee. Not all women have done it or can do it, from what I was told, or maybe all women can do it and just don't know how. Right. And furthermore, some women are orgasmically challenged, so they've never even reached the peak to know if they can do that. But I've heard men talk about it, and from most of the comments that I'm seeing, it looks as though y'all are okay with squirters, so you don't care about the mess. You don't care about the mess
at all. Bring a child. Bring a child. I mean, the thing is about squirters, they already be prepared. Does it do something for your
ego too? Does squirting do something for the male ego, you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I think it's because you cannot hide how you're really feeling. Like if you're dealing with a person, you might not like you said, you might not get super loud, you might not do this. Ain't no hiding that, man.
You're like, oh, you like me.
yeah. But the crazy part is, I don't think it should stroke dude's ego as much, because if you're a squirter, you're a squirter. If you made her,
but I don't say with everybody,
not with everybody.
Okay. But I was gonna say, I don't think women like that means that a woman who squirts can squirt for everybody.
No, you don't squirt with everybody.
There is a strong light there, though.
It's a light.
It's a strong light. Brandon say, "No, that means I put in that work."
Stand up in it, man.
Boy, actually, squirting is a wonderful thing. Scientifically, okay, Jock said scientifically it's diluted piss, but definitely not a turn off. Okay. Donna said, "Kid, can you speak on the optimal hygiene women prefer a man to take care of
that's a
prior
whole
to
nother.
sex?"
That's another
No,
show.
I can touch on it. I've heard too
That's
many horror stories from my straight and bi homegirls about guys they've been with. So first of all, bathe. What I will say is
first and foremost,
wash your ass. Oh my God.
wash
I think
your
the
ass.
horror story, I know we're getting into an hour and a half, but this is the 20th episode, so whatever. The horror story I have, this happened in college many, many moons ago. A young man just got done doing whatever. He was sitting on the edge of my bed, and when when you sit on the edge of the bed, naked.
He didn't leave no stain. Oh. Hey, thank y'all for watching OTC Podcast, the 20th episode.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hygiene, please.
How do you come back from that?
Was mortified. I think that was literally the first time and the last time I ever dealt with that. He got up. Of course, it was Snicker there, and I was horrified because I already
did something. Did he ever notice?
Now, and the thing was, he didn't smell like nothing. Everything else was clean, but that particular part, because I stay away from it, had a little.
See, but nah, man, I don't care how the way you spin it. If your ass stink, your ass stink. You can't.
It didn't. No, it didn't.
You can be in church or you can be at work with your arms folded and your underarms tight, but your ass.
It did not. It did not. I didn't, because I'm gonna tell you now. I'm like a stickler when it comes to hygiene. If I go over a man's house and he don't have dental floss, I'm gonna assume you're nasty because you don't care about grit and shit in your teeth. So I'm a stickler when it comes to that. But no, this brother got up and he left some of him on my comforter. And I was mortified at my young age. And so ever since then, I definitely emphasized, like, yo, before we do anything, not only that, if you got to go over that thing with a wet wipe, if you got to, you know how you go, push some of it out a little bit just so you get up in there further, please wipe your butt good. Don't leave doo-doo crumbs, remnants of fecal matter. I'm not here for it. It's terrible. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish that shit on my worst enemy. That was probably the worst hygiene incident I had. Other than that,
I can't see how this man's ass didn't stink during sex.
It didn't. But like I said, listen, you gotta, I need for you to be here with me, Frank. You gotta visualize. When you're sitting on the edge of the bed with your legs gapped open, like it wasn't, it spread it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
He clutching the butt.
It allowed, and I felt like during sex, he was clutching, he was holding it in. Won't no smell or nothing on him. I don't play that. But after it, he got a little comfortable and he proceeded to position himself with the legs off the bed and the booty kind of opened up.
See, my grandma used to say, "Good Almighty, no. Good Almighty, no, no." No.
And I did let him know about it.
Hey, that's the kind of story that you can use to extort a person. That's how you can use that to extort a person. Like, listen,
I could, and yeah,
you need to send me. You need to. You know, at that time you didn't have Cash App, but you need to bring me 2 packs of noodles, nigga.
He did. We was both in college. He didn't have, and I was very mature back then because, like I said, one thing about me, and I say this even with other people, if you hit it, you really can't talk down a whole lot on it because you hit it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Now I appreciate that.
I definitely kind of let people know, like, even these guys be like, "Yeah, man, she stunk," but you hit it. But you hit it. You know what I'm saying? You said it. So
it didn't stink until you mad at the broad.
Right. It was funky then. So I will say this, like I said, I didn't smell the brother. I didn't see no remnants and everything. He was even fully shaved. Like, it wasn't even no hair there. So it wasn't no room for funk. But it was the end result of him sitting in a certain position on my bed that allowed fecal matter
man, this is
residue.
wild, bro. This is
So
wild.
back to Adonis's statement. I would say personally for me, I don't like a lot of hair, but it's okay because it's a man. You
Just
ain't got to be like
ass.
slappy, please. But you know, it is a plus for me when men don't have no hair. I'm not gonna. I thought
washing your ass
that
was
is essential. Really hot. Like that is really hot to me when men like shave it all off. I'm like, oh, I can see all of it. Like you can just see the full out.
Makes you look bigger.
Yes, I love that. And it's just cleaner. It just smells better. It's cleaner. It ain't no rubbing. I'm not getting no carpet burn. You know. So as far as hygiene goes, Adonis, that's my 2 cents. But I'm almost certain other women may have something to say. And that's my.
I really don't have anything to come behind that with.
That's my worst experience. I think that's worse than even just smelling somebody, you know. But I did hit it, and I didn't know. It was too late.
Among all things, you can still hold it over your head.
It was too late. Devron, only a turn off if she disrespectful with it. Don't spray my face.
You don't want to squirt in his face.
Oh, you know. Oh, okay. I could get. No one wants to get peed on in their face. I get it. You got to bask in the glory. So Brandon does not mind squirting his face.
Dog.
You're a grown man, Brandon. I'm here for it.
That's how B got that big beard.
Yeah, he like go ahead and splash waterfalls. Latrice, it comes.
Everybody loves him. Dog, I am stuck on this boy leaving the NASCAR. Hey, this 20th episode been it, dog. Like this has really been it because I can't get my hat straight after this. Like I ain't right. You feel me?
I have a story, man. I had a story to tell, Frank. I had to get it out there. Latrice, it comes out of the urethra, not the vagina, the same hole you piss out of. It's the same hole you squirt out of. Okay. Corey, every Asia hate to stereotype woman I was with in my old days squirted. Oh, really? Interesting. On projected over 4 feet, and that was an instant revival for Flipper. Okay. So, according to Corey, his experience with multiracial women, every Asian woman he was with was able to make some shake. So they have
to go to the happy ending spot. That's all the Asians I know.
He said they all squirted. I also had a partner once. She got her clit pierced and she squirted every orgasm. I might need to.
Yeah, go ahead and pay that $25.
Absolute ego booster. That is very good feedback, Corey. Y'all take note.
Man, we appreciate you, Holmes. He got that. He letting it squirt all out, man.
Hey, Devron, I think anytime a woman unlocks, it's an ego booster. Okay. He got to know what he doing. Absolutely. Mouthwash, antibacterial, antifungal soaps. Yes.
The guy's hygiene.
Oh yeah, Donis. That friend. You know, I'm recovering. I recovered. Okay, I recovered. I was celibate for a while after that. I will say that. That's the kind of thing that'll definitely make you just kind of.
Yeah, I'm kind of at awe right now. Like I can't get my head straight after that.
It made me take a break.
I'm at awe.
And I was literally like maybe 18. I was a kid still.
Be quick.
You know. See, that's why I'm pro wipes. Absolutely. You gotta tag homie.
Sure.
Brandon, I can't tag that man. You know what? To be honest, we gotta see him in this. No, I was Facebook friends with him, but to be honest, I hadn't seen him active on this blue app in a while. So maybe I don't know what that.
I would feel so.
He was very he was very apologetic and he was embarrassed, and you know.
Yeah, but because I would definitely feel like I have to redeem myself. I don't care if I gotta knock off one of your friends just so she can say like, nah, he wasn't like that with me. I mean, you gotta make sure that story that can't be the only story that they talking about at PV about you. Like, nah.
That's all I had for him.
No.
Like when asked. And you know what? I think I only told like one friend and she didn't tell nobody because I really, to be honest, he was
You weren't
nice
trying to
person.
crush him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I didn't have, one thing about me, if I have something on you and have no reason to out you, I'm not going to out you. So I was just kind of like, I had to tell somebody though, because I had to vent. I was mortified. I had to heal,
Yeah.
Corey, I don't know if it's because I'm plus 40, but men, in my opinion, should wipe your ass throughout the day. Fart juice throughout the day leaves residue. Absolutely.
I think we should implement bathing. don't skip over how much a bath could help. You know what I mean? Like just bathe. don't let's not. I know we busy as people, but bathe.
Adonis said, "Was he from Dallas?" He was not. He was from Houston. And
no, do not put that on us.
To be more specific, he was from Sunnyside. So
the nigga guy. I mean, I want him so much to be from the north. I want him to be from the north side.
Bad thing, that thing. Bro, this chick called me fish stick before. What is fish stick?
Fish stick. What is that?
Fish stick.
He said, run different, dog. Run different.
Chocolate rain.
It's a blessing.
Don't act like you wasn't running around 112 screaming. Beak wet.
Beak wet. That was funny. That was a good time, dog.
Beak wet.
That was a good time.
Okay, that's an inside joke.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was at a time when dudes was acting like they wasn't getting oral sex, and it was like there was a group of about 4 people that was open about it. Yeah.
Okay, he should have brought you some.
One out of the 4 of those dudes is not only they getting they
have. Brandon White said he should have brought me sheet. He owed me a comforter actually, but yeah.
Check your inbox. He got a comforter.
I say fish stick is when you hit a chick and she stank. Oh my gosh! But you tell her she stank like a week later. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. See, nah.
Okay, so this is before we go tonight, I want to address this last comment. Thank you for your comments too, Devron. They have been a delight.
Man, different.
My thing is, if a woman stinks and you did not tell her then, why tell her a week later? I feel like no, he's basically saying his fish stick is what he has on him because his stick now smell like fish.
Yeah.
And he waited a week later to tell her. I do feel like if it's unprovoked and you didn't tell her like then, because the courageous conversation should have been had then. But if you didn't tell this young lady then,
that's kind of, you know what I mean? You got
a week later.
You like I told you got to code red that.
I told Doodle Stain immediately. You know what I'm saying?
You got to text your partner and tell him to text you that he it's an emergency.
Yeah. But we're being honest, we're being candid here. So
get me out of here right now. We might not talk about you stinking, but bro, I need you to text me right now and say my daddy died again, bro. I need to go. Like, I ain't finishing the job. I don't. See, Devron, that's family, man. I need to talk to this boy and see why he finished. I'm not finishing the job. Like, if you'd have seen Doodle in his ass, you wouldn't have kept going.
I wouldn't have. Absolutely not. It was hidden. And like I said, that compartment opened up because of the position he was sitting on my bed. And as he exited off the comforter, it a little skid. And it really wasn't a big skid, but it was a noticeable skid. Noticeable.
Any is plenty in this instance.
It was a skid.
Hey, man.
But yeah, Latrice Mills said a woman knows. I worked OBGYN for 16 years. So some women know about overgrowth and they admit that. But I do feel, Latrice, that it's a lot of women out here that are delusional and they just go ahead and chalk it up. Oh, I'm cute. I look good. I can stink. Some of the funkiest, mustiest women I've ever came across in life were extremely beautiful. And I'm not talking regular pretty. I'm talking like 10s.
What is overgrowth?
Like bacteria. BV.
Oh, you can't take no.
The medical term is bacterial vaginosis.
You can't take that monostat.
You can get some medicine, but you
so
don't
they
need
just
to be
choosing not to.
Yeah. We have a whole aisle, and if you got insurance, you got doctors, if you got Medicaid, you got options. A woman that has BV knowingly and she just out here having sex, she don't care, and either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood. He said, well, Doodle Man left visual aids on your comforter. He did. He absolutely did. So yeah, he said I didn't finish.
Thank you, Kinfolk. Thank you. Hey, shout out to Devron Zeno Photography 713, man. Hit my boy up.
They know but don't care. It's natural but needs to be treated if noticed. Absolutely. This was fun. So y'all, that wraps up our 20th episode. We are an hour and 40 minutes into this broadcast. I think it is safe to say we have ran our mouths enough for the night. We definitely are gonna take what we gonna call this, like a Christmas holiday
holiday break. We're gonna take a holiday break, man.
Like any good show y'all tune into. It's seasons. You gotta wait for season 2. But yeah, we're gonna have different videos, different things still popping up on our page. So continue to follow us. We will be tapping in. We will still post content, but as far as full out episodes, we're gonna come back and see y'all in January, man, and in 2022, man, and we're gonna try to get better.
And we appreciate everybody and everything, man, the support. Yep. This is something that man, it was just on my head. It was on my mind, like I said, and I hit her, she was 100 with it, and she been doing such a good job. I don't really do nothing on Tuesdays but turn my computer on and talk. So you've been doing all the back, you've been getting everything set up, man. You've been doing a good job, and I really appreciate it. So my thanks is to you. My thanks is to you, man. I really appreciate it. And I know some other people out there that wanted to do, like, that was tapping in with podcasts. Maybe we can let them use our platform while we off, or you know what I mean? Whatever we do to help somebody.
Any of y'all like to run y'all mouth? Any of y'all want to ever, just tap in, talk about some things, on any given night, and that's not necessarily a Tuesday night. Me and Frank could do broadcasts. Like I said, we still might post content that's pre-recorded, just us running our mouth in between now and January, but we will. And I want to put a date out there. Maybe.
But don't do that. I probably wouldn't do that just yet, because
you don't want to do the first Tuesday in January. You don't want to.
Because one thing about both of us, if we said we meant it, we got to do it. So we don't want nothing to come up.
Yeah.
Little Bobby, I love you.
But we're gonna come back at some point in January, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we coming back, man. We gonna figure out what's best. We trying to make moves to get more stuff.
She said a Christmas festival. Now that's something may be able to happen, especially because I have some off days.
Okay, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It will probably be fun.
Something to go live, so I'm here for it. Oh,
cool.
Cam is his wife. Shout out to Cam. Corey said Cam and I will be guests once if I retire. I'm here for it. They in New Orleans, from New Orleans. We gonna get that good old.
Man, so you can tap in. I don't mind that. As long as you're okay with it, I'm all right with it. Whoever want to use it, I mean, we still got to pay for it. It's still gonna be there. Give somebody else a chance to try to test it out, see if it's something that they like.
And thank y'all again. I can't thank y'all enough. And again, I had just put up our email address, email questions and suggestions to ask otcpodcast@gmail. Feel free to hit us up either there or on the Book of Faces Facebook, and we will see y'all, man. Happy holidays early. We'll be back in January 2022, and we'll holler at y'all in between time. In the meantime.
In a minute. Thank y'all. We appreciate